What's good, YouTube? And welcome to quality control issues even in our video games for Yu-Gi-Oh! But we have another rare Konami dub. They're starting to stack them up a little. I'm getting scared. So they have these Harpy Feather Dusters as posted by Lack and Vocals here that tons of people have gotten, where the stamp is faded and there's black ink and it doesn't look that good, and even damage on the back for other people like him. However, he got a response from Konami pretty darn fast. They said, "We're deeply sorry that your Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection Quarter Century Secret Rare Harpy's Feather Duster card has faint black dots. The black dots were a result of an undetected issue that occurred during the printing process and is not representative of our quality standards. As we just became aware of the issue, we are currently investigating ways to make this right with you and the logistics involved. Please do not lose or destroy your damaged card, as we would need that as part of resolving this to your satisfaction." This throws me back to the Upper Deck days where the corrected art Dark Paladins were swapped out to people. Yes, you have a bit of a shipping cost in the situation, but hopefully they do something besides just a little card replacement, since you are going through the mailing process. Who knows? But they also continue on, "Thanks for your understanding and purchase of Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. We appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Apologize for the delay as we research the matter, and sincerely hope you are enjoying the games." What Konami is this? This is awesome. Like, communication, an actual not go to your game store and talk to them about it, but we're aware, we're doing something, keep your card, this is what you're gonna need. So if you are reaching out to them, this was actually through the typical email of us-cardsupport@kde-us.com, where you tend to reach out to them about stuff, is where they said they got the reply. An awesome job posting this as well to the Reddit user, and I think this is really great to see from Konami. It feels weird going 2 compliments in a week towards them. Now let's go ahead and get to some cards that are getting bought out, because the true stampede for Quarter Century Secrets are the ones already on the market. Baron de Fleur is going up in price rapidly and is now towards $26, $28. The sales are even hitting at that point $29. This is legal in Master Duel, I suppose, is one way to look at it. And then it's also BANLIST investing, which a lot of people like to do, because even if it doesn't come off a list, like, it can rise again towards a ban list and you can sell it off then at times depending on the cycle of the card. So people going for this, not the most shocking in the world, but I wouldn't think would be immediately coming, but you never know with Konami. Let me know what you think about this, as well as Borreload Savage Dragon going too, all the way from $5 now to a low of $11, and again, sales in that range at 11 to 12, and tons of them around 10. I don't see it coming back personally, but again, people could think they're trying to be closer to Master Duel and that kind of stuff. The ban list buys are eyebrow raising to me at this point, and I don't necessarily agree, but then again, I've been shocked before. We also have Fishborg Blaster going crazy for its Quarter Century Secret Rare and its Super Rare. This is prevalent in Edison, it's getting results, and it was $5 for the longest. The sales are more towards the $10 mark at their highs, so it hasn't really gone all that crazy, but it is interesting to see, and the fallout will also be one to watch from it. I do think people prefer the Super Rare on this old school card out of Turbo Pack, but I like the Quarter Century Secret Rare, and if you want a nice holo, the actual Platinum Secret is still under $1 with 6-9 nice listings. Then Brain Control is going. I disagree with this buyout pretty heavily. The Quarter Century Secret Rare going. I just don't like the errata being printed on this card. It reads that, the newer effect after it came back, pay 800 life points, target a face-up monster your opponent controls. That can be normal, summoned, or set, and take control of it. That's not what this card used to do, and people like to buy this for past formats. I think it looks plenty nice overall, but I would still rather have an older version, but this ends up being mid-max versus like the Ultimate Rare and above the Secret Rare. I do believe this was from the Nostalgia pool, so there's also a Platinum Fort that is now slowly going up too. This could be for the GOAT buyouts. It goes all the way into further formats as well. But again, for me, I'm pickier with something like that on my standards, and other people might settle, especially with mid-max, like Ultimate Rare Regeki. I think it's completely ugly, but people go for it. My definition here on Market Watch, and part of why I'm not a financial advisor channel, I don't know the future of card prices, is that even if I disagree with someone and something, I can be wrong and it can totally go wild, and I would not have called this one with the errata doing so anytime soon. Magician's Souls is for modern formats if you're waiting for that. I would think this is from the Dark Magician rumors. Let me know if it's in anything else. It found its way into multiple meta decks since inception, as well as plenty of rogue decks. It's strong on its own. It is going on full buyout mode for its quarter century secret rare. Luckily though, it was not in the nostalgia pool. We see it has the collector rare that looks nice, the ultimate rare, a nice secret rare, no longer short printed for once, and you have plenty of easy access options on this card that look great. Gear Tout is going, which just crazy. Get your game on, I guess. But seriously, we do have that Ancient Gear statue that's coming, and then there is past format play, but this is certainly rogue there. Interesting quarter century secret rare. I know somebody who took this to a Shonen Jump back in the day and was really hyped and almost did it. But it was cool to watch, but it's always felt like it's been a backseat for this specific card. It does have an ultra rare, and then of course it has the Platinum Secret since it did come in quarter century secret. Platinum Secret is pretty ignored right now if you want a nice mid-max option. Bestials are going wild. This has been crazy. The Bestial Drew Swarm is up so much, and this could just be in Bonanza, right? Not Bonanza, Stampede. I get those two mixed up at times, but the one coming out, which is Stampede. This is just up so much though, and Magnuma is starting to go up. I think it spiked even further than this at one point, but listings are coming back in around $5. I think both of these are prime reprint targets for the set and would be welcomed by many players and a sign of a good healthy set. And I would think between battles and that they should get reprints again before the WCQ, but who knows what's on Konami's radar. And also, Light and Darkness Dragon Lord is going up, most likely for Dragon Maids, my Discord is saying, but it does see play in other decks and variants of decks, so just be aware this one is going up in price a good amount. And it's one level 8 Light Dragon Monster and one level 8 Dark Dragon Monster, which also could be super poly against Blue Eyes decks, I suppose, so it could have multi-uses. I also wanted to get around to some drama. I know that's rare here on the Market to Watch, but Jesse Cotton is selling prize cards, and the reaction to me is wild. So many people are going, why would you sell that? And it's like, yes, it has his name on it as a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but this is something he won. I sold my prize card before I even could take the picture with it, and I had to go back to the guy and say, hey, can I borrow this for the picture on metagame.com? And Metagame's only up thanks to Chris Perovic, and I can go back and read those. I probably should actually screenshot everything concerning me on that website with how it is, but my point is, Jesse Cotton has more to remember these events than buy this prize card, and it's still a card in a trading card game. When I won my event, I got more than I had in 6 months working part-time at Little Caesars minimum wage without any raise. And that was huge to me. That also included trading on the floor though and working with the vendors. Troll and Toad was actually there. It was their first in-person event I'd seen them in back in the day, and I did a lot of work with them. So when it comes down to it, I want to say that like Jesse is in every right to sell his own card, his own property, but the things are like, why? And now people are coming up to the counter argument and stuff, but I don't understand players selling these off, especially the world champion one. That's achievement you could show your kids. And then other people are coming in, well, I'd rather have a roof over my kid's head. Why does everything have kids in it though? The point is he can sell it for whatever he wants to. I've put my take that this is basically like La La Land to me. Why are people going so crazy what he's doing with prize cards when this happens all the time? There's posts in Facebook groups like every event with people saying, hey, I won this prize card, any interested buyers? How do you think I get the giant cards? Those are prize cards from the side events. The level of competition, the attachment to it, Like, even Tyler ended up selling, and that's a Make-A-Wish card. I don't understand people's obsession with other people's cards, but let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. My final feelings are, I wish Yu-Gi-Oh's pricing was better so people could have more flex options, but I would compare these to Super Bowl rings, where people who are far more successful and have way more money still end up selling it and aren't attached to it and take the money instead of the ring at times. Like, I think people are in their right to do their own things. And speaking of cool things, also this came in today just as a little palate cleanser to that conversation. I got the Blue Eyes White Dragon crystal card with the full art rush. It lights up. It is beautiful. And this crystal card comes with a globe as well. I missed out on the Stardust globes. Half of those broke in shipping. This was packed really amazingly. Hypebeast says there's limited to 50 of these. This was given away at the Mondo event. So 1 of 50 Blue Eyes English Rush Duel light up full art Blue Eyes. I could not resist. It was a bit expensive, but this isn't a top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Mail day for me, maybe. At least the top 3 Blue Eyes ones. I have 2 of those giant cards. But this was just, I love staring at it already, and I'm probably gonna go stare at it after this video. Thanks for watching, everybody.